Yeah, my name is Temidayo Jaiyeoba. I live in Nigeria, Lagos precisely, and I focus more on mobile development and web development as well. Yeah, a certified computer scientist. I presently work full time in um, a company based in London. Yes, and yeah, so that's just a brief of my career at the moment.
Okay, good. So, would you want to share how you started? How did you start to learn how to code? How did you start?
Okay, how did I start to learn how to code? Okay, it was all about curiosity at first. Though initially I started around 20, I think I started around 2013 actually, but then I wavered. And the reason why I wavered was the fact that, then tech in Nigeria was not really, it wasn't really what it has become today. So I never understood the power in what I was doing then. I was actually learning it through um, a coding school I was going then in Ikeja here in Lagos. But I couldn't really relate to it. I was already learning it, already doing well, but I just felt like I never knew the advantage of it. So I defaulted at a point. I stopped learning it until I went to school. I studied computer science in school. So, first year we were being taught skill basic. That was in the first semester. Second semester we were taught Java as a programming language. So it was when we were learning Java that the whole thing changed because that Java was kind of looking so difficult for me. And as a student, you need to pass it, you need to know it, you can't cram it because my journey in Q Basic, I had to cram Q Basic for the
Wow.
exam. But that Java, it was kind of so crazy, and I was like, let me know this thing. So I began to read ebooks, and also I went to what is it called? Um, YouTube to pick up a couple of tutorials, and yeah, I started like that in school, and that's how I found myself here today.
So, now that you started with Java, then initially Q Basic, right?
No,
I
Q
can
Basic
remember
was the first.
was the
Java,
first.
yeah, Q Basic was the first.
Yeah. So, for a beginner trying to start a career, trying to learn how to code, right? So, what programming language would you recommend? Would it be Java, JavaScript, or web? What would you advise?
Okay, actually, this is how it works when it comes to a beginner level trying to learn how to code. Before you learn how to code, what is the career path you want to focus on? That is the number one thing. You need to learn. You need to understand the career path you want to go into. If it's mobile development you want to go into, if it's data science, if it's web development, so you need to choose a career path first. So choosing a career path will now give you the understanding of choosing the right language required to follow suit. So there is no best programming language. That's just the secret. There is no best programming language. Every programming language is useful depending on what you want to use it for, depending on what you want to do. So that's my advice for anyone that will be starting out in tech.
Okay. Um. But people do say Python is easy. Python is it's better. It's closer to English. So, what would you say about that?
You see, the asset of people say this, people say that. Some people even tell you that Java is dead. Some people will tell you that TypeScript is better than JavaScript. So all these things are just opinions of individuals, to be honest. And if you say Python is easy, if you are writing Python at first, for instance, like if you write Hello World in Java will take you about 5 lines. It will take you about 5 lines before you set up the what is it called, the whole static, public static, blah blah blah. But in Python, it's just a single line. And likewise in JavaScript, just console.log, and in Python, it's just print and you print your statement. Now, what am I trying to bring out from this is the fact that Python is a scripting language on its own and it has its own usage. It's not as if it's the best. Python has its own limitation. It has where it is very good at, and it has its own limitation. Same for every other programming language. So, if anyone is out there trying to learn coding, don't follow people. Many at times that these people are just influencers. That's just the reality. They are just influencers trying to grow their page and trying to just trying to say things. They are just trying to say things. So to me, just go for what you want to learn and you will be fine.
Okay, so thank you so much for that. And
You're welcome.
yeah, highly um, that's highly encouraging, and that sounds very easy. Understanding your career path is one of the first strategic way in knowing the right programming language for you. So if you want to start off with web research and development, know that okay, I want to become a web developer. Know that I want to become a Python programmer. Know that I want to become this. So you need to understand your career path. Which career path are you going for? Like, where do you want to develop yourself in the tech space? Then that will help you to know the kind of programming language you want. Also, no programming language is easier, right? Everything requires
Will I
time.
say no programming language is easy?
Okay.
I believe it's just all about structure. Programming itself is not easy. It's a different world entirely. So let's just put it like that. Programming itself is not easy. It takes a lot of consistency. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's just put it like that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
Well,
Another question I have: what are the resources? What are the learning resources you think we can start with?
okay, learning resources. I think for anyone who is really serious about learning, firstly is looking into documentation of that particular programming language. Look at documentation of that programming language. I would recommend ebooks, but sometimes ebooks can kind of be obsolete because you are trying to learn, and let's say for instance, you want to learn Python now, and you download um, an ebook that is dated around maybe 2018. 2018 to 2024, a lot has changed. There has been a lot of updates, and um, though I use ebook at first when I started, it was later on I had to understand that using documentation is way better than using ebook. If you want to use ebook, there are some books recommended for that that you can actually use, but not really in learning coding at the core. Another resource we recommend is YouTube. There are many free channels on YouTube, and we have great instructors on YouTube that are doing well. And if anyone is also trying to be serious about what they are learning, I recommend Udemy. I remember very well my journey into mobile development. I bought a course on Udemy to
Yeah,
learn mobile development. I bought one or two courses
and
on Udemy.
great, right?
What did you say?
And it was great. It was very easy to
Of
learn.
course, of course, of course, because after the course, I had the ability to begin to develop mobile applications, and I was earning money then as a freelancer. So no knowledge is a waste. It's all about the resources you use in learning.
Oh wow. So okay, another question I have is challenges and motivation. Right? What are the challenges you face while you're developing yourself in the tech space? While you're developing, you talk about consistency, right? But it's not easy to stay consistent. But what are the challenges you face while you were coding, while you're learning how to code?
Okay, the first challenge I faced was the issue of my laptop. The laptop I was using. Yes, when you begin to learn how to code, you never know that your laptop specification is
Yes.
something that should be the first thing. But this is a beginner who doesn't know that, who already has a laptop and now understands that okay, this is where I want to delve into. So the first challenge I had was my laptop. My laptop wasn't able to contain some things, and if I install some packages on it, some IDs on it, it will begin to like give me this kind of sound, the fan. I was using a 3 gig RAM laptop then, Yeah, a 3 gigabyte laptop, so it was kind of slow, and sometimes it got to a point whereby the laptop will even die by using it and everything, overeating. Through overeating, it will cry, it will die, and everything like that. And I'll have to on it again. So I saved up more money later on to get a better laptop. Then I was still in school, that was how the journey started and the likes. So that was a big challenge for me. It was a big challenge, to be honest. It was a big challenge because at a point I didn't even code again. There were points that I never coded again. I just left it. So I just focused on Photoshop. I yeah, I downloaded Photoshop on my PC and I was using it. So what I was doing as a freelancer then was now graphic design.
Oh,
Yes, I was doing it well. Trust me, I was doing it well. So yeah, that was one of the major challenge I had. I had challenge with my laptop. And another challenge is school activities. Yeah, I was in
still.
school then, so school, yeah, a lot school activity. But I was able to manage that though because I do more of my learning in the midnight. I do more of my learning in the midnight. So yeah, that's majorly my own challenge so far.
Oh, wow. That's a lot actually, because for a student trying to get, I know that it's quite expensive for you to get a better laptop with a better specification, and so that's a lot of challenge. And also understanding the specification for the kind of language you want, for the it's also something, I think, it's a knowledge that you need to understand. You need to actually understand what are the specifications of the laptop I need for this programming language. I think that is what people used to overlook. People just jump into programming, like I want to start programming right away without thinking about the the specification, which might actually not motivate you because it might be a bit slow and you may find it very difficult to move at the space at that space you want to move at that pace, right? So another thing is that what motivated you? What's your motivation? What's your drive?
Okay, my motivation
Yeah.
simply
Because you
I was
said
able to
then,
do it like this. Yeah,
sorry,
I
because
put
you
my
said
I,
then tech was very young. So what
yeah,
motivated you?
yeah, truly, tech was kind of very low in Nigeria back then, feel me. And even around 2016, tech was still kind of very low compared to now in Nigeria, you feel me. Yeah, it was still kind of very low. Even 2017, it was still kind of very low. And I was already coding around that 2017. Yes, I was already coding 2017. What motivated me was the fact that I know what I wanted to become. I wanted to become a software engineer. It's as simple as that. I used to tell people, it's not like maybe I saw this person doing it and I wanted to do it. I know what I wanted to do. So it will be very difficult before you can convince me. And even in the aspect of leaving school and trying to pick a job, some people will say, oh, just pick up anything, just apply for any role. No, I say no.
Mm,
I will apply for software engineer, anything related to my work. Because there's something called passion. If what you are doing is enjoyable to you, there's this peace of mind that comes with it.
exactly.
To wake up in the morning to go to the office will not be an hindrance to you. But if you are doing something based on the love of the money, just to pay bills and everything like that, but you don't have a passion for what you are doing, there's just so much centered in that circle. So I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do. So I knew what I wanted to do and I just went for it. To be honest,
Wow.
that's just the drive. And moreover, what actually propelled everything is all these movies we were watching then. All these sci-fi movies. Where you see programmer in a movie pressing the laptop and I'll be like, what are these guys doing? So
Mhm.
that
Slow.
was actually the truth behind it. Yes, the way they used to press it, pa, 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 pa. Everything was just sound. So I was like, I like this thing. I want to do this. So that was something that I've had inside of me as a teenager. Do you get? I concealed that inside of me as a teenager. That I like all these movies. I like all these movies. I'm saying any movie related to computing, this and that, I just like it. it was what propelled everything, and that's how I got it today.
So it's important for us to find something that motivates us. So we need to understand the drive. What is driving us, right? What is driving you into this career? What is your motivation? What is the end goal? Like, what is the end goal of this? Like you said, you are not interested in applying to any other job role other than software engineering job, and that's a great thing because you understand that this is what's going to give me peace. This is what I want. This is what I love. And going to work is not going to stress you. You can be on your laptop forever for hours without any stress, without feeling stressed. That's simply because you are actually staying motivated because you know the end goal. You know where you are going to. So it's important for us to know our end goal. It's important for us to look at the bigger picture, right? Anytime we are pursuing a career, the bigger picture is very, very important. I think we lost our speaker a bit. Yes, I think we lost our speaker a bit. But in a nutshell, while he joins back, we've been discussing on learning how to code, and one of the things he mentioned is that he has the bigger picture. He said he wants to become a software engineer, and that's helped him to stay motivated. Another thing that I also want us to know is that he said something. He said understanding some specification about, okay, so one of the major challenges that he encountered while he's trying to develop his career as a software engineer was on the issue of getting the right specifications for his laptop, right? So, and I believe, and this is actually true because many a times we just want to say that we just tell ourselves that, oh, I want to start learning how to code, and you just carry one system and start learning, and you get frustrated because the system keeps hanging and keeps is not actually um, the system keeps hanging and it's very slow to deliver. So you just feel like this actually can be very annoying and can be a very challenging, can be very, very challenging. Also, he said something that is very um, he said something about, we've already discussed about what he said about staying motivated. He also talked about understanding your career path. So he said, our speaker said that the first thing you need to understand before you start a career, before you say which language before you understand before you go to start coding, before you jump on one coding or on any coding language, before you um, start learning Python or JavaScript or Java, our speaker said something. He said you must understand your career path. So the first assignment you need to do for yourself before you start to learn how to code is to understand which career path you are interested in developing yourself in. So um so it's to understand which career path you are interested in developing yourself in. What is your career path? Do you want to become a mobile app developer? Do you want to become a software engineer? Do you want to become a web developer? What do you want to become? So based on the understanding of the career path you want to develop yourself in, this will help you to know the kind of language you need to learn. This will help you to know which of the coding this will help you to know which of the languages you need to learn. I think we spent more than like 20 minutes on this live show, and okay, so yes, I would love our speaker to round up the list before we call on the second speaker. I believe you should join us soon. Okay, yes, we lost you a bit.
I'm so I'm so sorry about that. My
Alright.
phone,
Oh,
it's it was showing temperature before. I don't understand. Like, so I had to join my Android phone.
oh,
So I don't know if this one is clearer enough
yes,
now.
very, very clear. Very nice. It's very
I don't
nice.
understand this thing. Like, I was kind of, let's
It's very
just
nice.
continue so I
Yeah, let's just
will be able
continue.
to wrap
So,
up.
well, yeah, just to wrap up, tell us about the career and the future prospects. You know,
About
people like
what?
about learning how to code. You already said something. You need to understand your career path before you know the kind of language you want to develop yourself in, before you pick any language, right? So, what, as somebody that is trying to learn how to code, what are the career opportunities in this space? What are the future prospects? What are the career opportunities for anybody that can code? I used to say something to myself like, if you can code, you can do anything in this world. Like, you can become anything. You can develop your business ideas, because everything, the future of work is actually going towards um the future of work is actually going out of on premises. Like, everyone is now going virtual. So, which means that there are a lot of businesses that is going to go to the cloud, right? So everybody will be going towards the cloud. So if you are going towards the cloud, that means we are talking about coding, right? That means you're building something, right? And people that are builders, the future of work is actually tending towards
Hmm.
builders right now, and people that can learn to leverage. So what are the future or career prospects for those that can code? Yeah.
To be honest, coding is the future. And you have already said almost everything because if you look at it, coding is everywhere. I used to tell people coding is everywhere, software is everywhere. Education, automobile, um, agriculture, um, the economic system, finance, name it. Coding is everywhere. If you learn how to code, you are part of the future
Yeah,
builders.
ready. You're already
And if you learn how to code, your skill will always be required for. People still need coders.
yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, if you are a software developer, if you are a programmer, you don't even need to have a full-time job, 9 to 5 job before you earn a living for yourself, before you make money yourself. Do you understand? So that is the beauty of it. You yourself can become a freelancer or
Yeah.
work for some companies on contract basis. When I was in school, do you know that I had this company I was working for? It was even during my exam, and I was working for them, and I had my final year exam,
Wow.
and it was on a contract base. And this company happened to be in the UK then, and it was a 3 month contract, and I was working for them as what is this thing called now? A technical writer.
Wow.
So I was writing based on I was coming up with coding ideas. I will now write it out as a documentation for them.
Hmm.
So your skill is not a waste. Your skill will always be needed. Your skill will always be needed. So learning how to code has a lot of benefits, to be
A
honest.
lot of benefit. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any last word, any final thoughts? Thank you so much, as speaker. I used to say Dev Jai because I think the so as I have said so much, and I think I've done a recap before this before 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 now. So I just want to ask you before we jump to the next speaker. What are your final thoughts? What are your final thoughts? What would you say to anybody interested in learning how to code? What's in one word or in one sentence? What would you say?
Anyone who is interested in starting a career in software development or in starting a career in tech, what I will tell the person is pick a career you want to learn. Because then one of the mistake I did there was that I was trying to learn hardware. I was trying to learn hardware. When you're a computer science student, everything they will
Everything.
pack everything in your hands.
Yes,
They will teach you everything.
everything.
And I don't know which one. I was kind of scared at first. I was like, okay, how about I know everything? And maybe later on, when I want to find a work, I will now apply for everything. But I saw that when I was trying to, the amount of um this thing I was putting into ad reading was not really going. The amount of passion I was putting into it, I, I knew it wasn't for me. But due to the fact that it was something common then,
Yeah.
that oh, you can repair someone's computer and make money fast. So I was thinking, okay, if I can also make money fast. So my thought before, my old ideology was the fact that let me learn all these things and make money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Money is the last thing that should be on your mind if you are learning tech. That's the reality. That's the reality. Money should be the last thing on your mind. Money will come at the right time. Money is a flow. It's a flow that comes with your skill. It's a flow that comes with your years of experience. You can't look at my own experience and you that you want to start today want to, oh, I want to be at this peak of this thing. Or you are looking at someone that already has a 15 years experience ahead of you and you are saying, oh, I want to be at this person level in 3 months or in 6 months. It's not possible. So you need a mentor, you need someone to guide you. Find a mentor. That is number one thing I will tell you. If you are starting into tech, find a mentor to guide you on which journey you should go, so that you will not learn some things and miss, and so that you will not learn some things you need to learn at level 10, so that you
Exactly.
won't learn it at level 2.
Exactly.
If you learn it at level 2, it will be a disadvantage for you by the time you are going further. So
Mm-hmm.
find a mentor to guide you. It's very, very important. So I think that is one of the key things I would say. And another thing is be consistent. Learn every day, every day, every day, every day. Learn every day. Don't stop. Learn every day, learn every day, learn every day. Read articles, join online communities, follow people on social media. I have people I also follow on social media. I have communities I join. Just just be out there. Be out there. Let people know what you do. And before you know, personal branding, your friends know what you do, and the gigs will begin to come in. The gigs will begin to come in.
Wow. Thank you.
That's the secret that worked for me.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much, Deb.